And Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Ruach HaKodesh. With double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and blessings. Shalom to the Most High's hopefully elect across the four winds of the earth. All right, it's your brother Yagadal Lamar from GMS Houston, back with a quick lesson. All right, I just wanted to go into a couple accounts, one in the Old Testament and the New Testament, man, because what Jake fails to realize these days that we have a history, all right, and part of our history or legacy is correcting and rebuking, man. Okay, not to tear someone down, but in hopes that they receive it, all right, and repent and get right, man. Okay, all right, but Jake is full of emotions. They on all this unity camp vibration type of stuff. Okay, they want everybody to just, put your differences aside and get together. Oh, we shouldn't be going, y'all shouldn't be going back and forth. It's not a back and forth. It's a defense of the gospel, and then on the other end is someone rebelling against the truth. Okay, so the men that are defending the gospel are going to constantly do so as long as there are false teachers out there, and we're still here in Babylon, man. Okay, so Lord willing, there's some edification in this video. I wanted to get the first account, man, of the prophet Nathan. All right, when he did what, man? He had to rebuke David. All right, so this is 2 Samuel chapter 12, and I'll start at verse 3. It says, verse 2, it says, the rich man had exceeding many herds and flocks. Salakia. Let me just start from the top. It's Samuel 12 and 1. It says, and the Lord sent Nathan unto David. All right, so the Most High sent Nathan unto David, okay, with a mission, a task to do, man. Okay, so anything that Nathan does after this point, all right, was ordained by the Heavenly Father. All right, it says, and he came unto him and said unto him, there were two men in one city, the one rich and the other poor. The rich man had exceeding many herds, so like your flocks and herds, but the poor man had nothing save one little ewe lamb, which he had bought and nourished up, and it grew up together with him and with his children. It did not eat of its own meat, and drank of his own cup, and lay in his bosom, and was unto him as a daughter. And there came a traveler unto the rich man, and he spared to take of his own flock and of his own herd to dress for the wayfaring man that was come unto him, but took the poor man's lamb, and dressed it for the man that was come to him. Okay, so what did Nathan do, man? Okay, he came and he spoke a parable. All right, I gave an analogy to David, man. Okay, so let's read on. It says, and David's anger was greatly kindled against the man, and he said to Nathan, as the Lord liveth, the man that hath done this thing shall surely die, and he shall restore the lamb fourfold, because he did this thing, and behold, and because he had no pity. And Nathan said to David, thou art the man. Okay, so he came and he gave him this analogy, all right, this story, all right, of a rich man taken from a poor man. Okay, all right, and not sparing to take of his own flock. Okay, so that rose David's anger. All right, but Nathan was using that story to let David know that he had went off. Okay, all right. It says, thus saith the Lord, power of Israel, I anointed thee king over Israel, and I delivered thee out of the hand of Saul, and I gave thee thy master's house and thy master's wives into thy bosom, and gave thee the house of Israel and of Judah. And if that had been too little, I would moreover have given unto thee such and such things. Wherefore hast thou despised the commandment of the Lord to do evil in his sight? So was Nathan going off by coming, and he wasn't coming to any old man. He was coming to King David, man. Okay. All right. Was he supposed to say, you know what? I ain't going to say nothing. Let's just don't even worry about it. No. The Most High commands us to correct and rebuke when needs be. Okay. So let's read on. It says, thou hast killed Uriah the Hittite with the sword, and hast taken his wife to be thy has taken his wife to be thy wife, and has slain him with the sword of the children of Ammon. Okay, so David committed murder and adultery. Okay, all right, now these are two high punishable crimes, man. Okay, and the Most High sent Nathan to him to rebuke and correct him. Now let's see, was they trying to break King David down or shame him? No, but man, show him that he went off, all right, drastically, all right, and it was beautiful the way the Most High set it up to give him a story of what he had done, okay, but change up the narrative of the story, all right, so David could automatically see, all right, the offense and feel the anger of the offense, man. Okay, but reading on, it says, "Now therefore the sword shall never depart from thine house, because thou hast despised me and hast taken the wife of Uriah the Hittite to be thy wife. Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will raise up evil against thee out of thine own house, and I will take thy wives before thine eyes, and give them unto thy neighbor, and he shall lie with thy wives in the sight of this son." So Nathan not only told him where he went off, man, but he told him the judgment that was going to befall King David, man. Okay, and that's the same thing we're doing today, man. We telling these guys that if you continue to going off, all right, there's going to be a price to pay. All right. It says, "For thou didst it secretly, but I will do this before all Israel and before the sun." And David said unto Nathan, "I have sinned against the Lord." And Nathan said unto David, "The Lord also hath put away thy sin, thou shalt not die." Okay, now immediately what did King David do, man? Did he kick up dust, fight? All right, did he flex his authority? All right, have Nathan thrown in prison? No, he immediately acknowledged that he sinned unto the Lord. And what happened? The Most High put away his sin, all right, that he shall not die. All right. So I'm going to read a couple more verses and jump to the next account. It said, "Howbeit, because by this deed thou hast given great occasion to the enemies of the Lord to blaspheme, the child also that is born unto thee shall surely die." And Nathan departed unto his house, and the Lord struck the child that Uriah's wife bare unto David, and he was very sick. David therefore besought Yahweh for the child, and David fasted and went in and lay all night upon the earth, man. Now it's going to get to the point. These guys that's going off, all right, on the doctrines, that's teaching against the MOB, all right, that's teaching that the other nations can make it. All right, the Most High is going to get ready to put some heavy judgment out, man. Okay, to bring that fear of the Lord back, man. Okay, because right now Jake will say and teach and do anything and buck up, disrespect the teachers that have laid the forefront. Okay, because they see no consequence, man. Okay, but the Most High is getting ready to bring heavy judgment, man, to where you won't have anything but to run to the Most High, man, and beg for forgiveness. Okay, if it's not too late. All right, so I said I want to grab another account of I don't want to say famous rebuke. All right, but just going into when Paul withstood Peter. Okay, all right, for basically showing hypocrisy. All right, this is Galatians chapter 2. I'm gonna start at verse 11. It says, "But when Peter was come to Antioch, I withstood him to the face because he was to be blamed." Okay, so what is Paul? He got straight to it. He said, "I withstood Peter to the face because he is to be blamed." If there's someone to be blamed, we're commanded to correct them. Okay, if it turns to rebuke, whatever you rule through the Spirit, all right, should be carried out, man. Okay. But if somebody is to be blamed, all right, we're supposed to withstand them, man. All right, for the sake of the truth being known. All right. Verse 12, it says, "For before that certain came from James, he did eat with the Gentiles. And when they were come, he withdrew and separated himself, fearing them which were of the circumcision." So what was he to be blamed of, man? Okay, when there was the men of the circumcision wasn't there, all right, he was sitting down. Peter was eating and sitting down with the Israelite foreigners, man. Okay, but when then the minute the circumcision came around, he withdrew himself for them out of fear of their criticism, man. Okay, so let's read on. It says, and others, the other Jews dissembled likewise with him. All right, so other Jews, all right, that followed in his footsteps, man. All right, it says, in so much that Barabbas also was carried away in the dissimulation. It says, but when I saw that they walked not uprightly according to the truth of the gospel, okay, it says, I said unto Peter, be before them all right, so he withstood Peter, all right, didn't pull him to the side, all right, he rebuked him before all, man. Okay, it says, if thou be a Jew, livest after the manner of the Gentiles, and not as do the Jews, why compellest thou the Gentiles to live as do the Jews? Why? Because what do you think Peter was doing when he was amongst them? He was teaching. All right, he was preaching the gospel. All right, so he understood. All right, that the Israelite foreigners, man, all right, was gonna come back unto the Lord, man. Okay, but when the minute of the circumcision showed up, he basically dispersed away from them, man. Okay, it says verse 15, we who are Jews by nature and not sinners of the Gentiles, knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of Yahweh Mashiach. And that was the main message that the circumcision didn't want to hear. All right, they was trying to strict and go straight by the law. Okay, but it was showing that the Israelite foreigners who had been under different traditions, all right, coming back with tattoos, bald heads, all these different things, following after the heathens. All right, what man? That through their faith they was gonna be restored back unto Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, it says, and all right, but that was putting a stain on what those the Jews was benefiting on, the ones that was just pushing the law, man. Okay, they was living a good life, man. Okay, that's why they wanted to stop all this spiritual talk and faith and converting Israelite foreigners. Okay, but verse 16 again, it says, knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of Yahweh Mashiach, even we have believed in Yahweh Mashiach, that we might be justified by the faith of Mashiach and not by the works of the law. For by the works of the law shall no flesh be justified. So, Peter being able to be blamed, okay, for his actions, Paul did what? He didn't say, you know what, I'm gonna sweep this one under the rug. I don't want to have to go back and forth. I'm not gonna say nothing. No, he defended the gospel, man. All right, and he withstood Peter, which was the head of the church. All right, so these are two key examples of rebuking, man. You had Nathan the prophet rebuke King David. All right, and then you had Paul rebuke Peter, which is the head of the church, man. Okay, so our history and our legacy, it has a lot of rebuking and correction, man. All right, we have been in this flesh, we have not been on point, man. So it's gonna constantly be men going off until the kingdom of heaven is established, man. Okay, that means we're gonna constantly have to correct those men. Lord willing, we stay in the right mind frame through Ruach HaKodesh. All right. So that's it for this lesson. Lord willing, it was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, and peace and blessings. Shalom to the Most High's elect.